Arsenal and Man United is the ultimate bragging rights. Growing up, all it was Arsenal fans around me. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na.
Ramsdale's just been put into the PFA Player of the Year.
That's because Onana weren't in the league last year.
Exactly.
You see these United guys, yeah, don't ever gas you up, you know. They come to the big M. They're going to get christened nicely. 4-1. Send them back up the M1 with their backside slapped.
I'm definitely having Bruno
In front of Odegaard.
in front of Odegaard.
No Declan Rice in your team. Are you mad? I was trying to be nice to you, man. You guessed.
We don't need you to be nice, we need you to be honest. We don't want your sympathy, we'll tell you what we think.
United fans, don't be afraid. Wear your black shirts. We're going for their funeral, not ours.
Hey everyone, welcome back to AFTV. It is that time of the year, and the first time this season, the super fan debate is back. Arsenal host Manchester United at the Emirates, and of course we've got 4 very passionate fans to fight it out. Today's topic, a combined 11. We do it every year, but with the amount of money our clubs are spending, it makes it more interesting every single season. Let's welcome, of course, the visitors for the first time. It's only right. Flex and Hayley from United View. Big round of applause.
Thank you for having
A
us.
round of applause, please, Rob. That means putting your hands together and making this gesture. Yeah, there you go. Jordan, a bit more enthusiasm, please. We'll
Can't
guess.
even bring himself to
We'll
clap.
guess. Is that how you welcome people to your
Where's
yard?
the
You know what I
hospitality?
mean?
Yes, actually.
I bet you do, you grumpy old man.
Do you know
Who are you?
Do you know who Jordan is? You know, in the tunnel where like a player knows a player from like their international teams, they start shaking hands, like, you know, all that hugs and whatever, and Jordan's just there.
Stern
going,
face.
Yeah, why would you do
Gary
that?
Neville.
Now's
Roy
not the
Keane.
time.
Yeah.
Roy Keane.
Later on,
Yeah.
I'll check you later on, but
Yeah.
now,
Roy
no.
Keane.
Like Riviera, Roy Keane,
We're not
innit?
doing
Yeah.
the friend thing right now. No.
And the home team representing Arsenal here in the AFTV studios is Robbie and Jordan. Welcome. How are we?
I bet that was money. I meant to clap. Sorry. Money. Clap.
We're good.
Yeah, good. Ready?
Good, man. Good. Let's go.
Let's do it.
forwards.
We obviously
Let's go.
start with the goalkeeper. Do we want to agree on a formation? They both play 4-3-3, kind of same. They're going to be a creative midfielder, 2 more deeper. All right, let's go.
4-3-3.
Yeah, something like that. Goalkeepers. We have a couple to put forward, but let's let the
Yeah, we've
guests
got a
go
choice.
forward.
That's Raya or
Whoa!
Ramsdale.
One of them ain't even played for it. Well, you see,
Ray or
whoa! Can we
It's
just
not even
first
a
agree?
debate though.
Raya or Ramsdale?
Well,
Which
yeah.
one?
Wait, hold on a
Which
minute.
one?
Hold
Which
on
one
a
do you
minute.
think?
Oh, no.
We don't up to you
Listen,
two.
if you
Raya
don't
or
want to put a
Ramsdale?
guy
Pick
that
one.
he's done more of his stuff for Brentford, even touched the ball for you lot, then that's up to you lot. That shows what your manager thinks of Ramsdale, by the way. We'll start at that.
There's 2 top quality keepers.
But they are 2 top quality keepers.
Ish.
But as it.
Ish.
Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. You know them tuna used to do. Yeah, I mean, you used to run that.
You
big.
know this.
You probably got dub plated
So
them
do you,
tuna,
Jordan.
innit?
He's not a reggae artist. He's a boxer. He's a boxer. He's not a reggae artist.
No, do you know what?
Thumping up man in the first.
And getting away with it.
You know what I mean, right? Yeah.
Do you know
what I
what?
mean? Like Daniel Dubois.
Well, listen.
You know what I mean? Or Usyk. That's what he's more like.
Listen, he's multi-talented.
The same way I saw Ramsdale doing a half-turn little fidget spinneroonie as well after he was off his line
So
because
Ramsdale's
Saka gave it away as well.
Ramsdale's just been put into the PFA Player of the Year,
Put some respect
Team
on
of the
it, man.
Year.
It's good he
as
got
a
something out
goalkeeper.
last season, to be fair.
Yeah?
At least they got to hold a little.
That's because Onana weren't in the league last year.
Exactly. Tell him, Hayley.
No, man.
Tell him, Hayley.
Oh, you
He's,
weren't
listen,
there.
he's same way like you're talking about Raya, right? Good goalkeeper, what I saw at Inter, but his body of work's what he's done as Inter Milan. I haven't seen what he's done at thing.
So it's not Onana because he's only played 3 games for Man
Right.
United then? Is that what you're saying?
Well, in that 3 games,
So in this debate, we can't talk about, their attributes. We just have to go.
in that
But
3
in that
games,
3 games, we've seen
in
a
that
couple
3
incidents
games-
already.
Yeah, the first game when that should, he would have cost you in that game if the referees would have done their job, innit? In that first game. And actually, when I think about it, when we say
He also made a lot of saves and helped us get the win as well.
When they say boxer,
What
when
about
I
the
think
save he
about
did
it,
last
you know what I mean?
weekend?
Exactly.
He's very similar to a lot of boxers because didn't he fail a drug test as well before?
Yikes.
Oh, look at the.
Excuse me,
see the
that's
low-
below the
you
belt.
see- just
That's-
facts over here.
That's below the belt.
Can we have an official adjudicator
Is
here,
Robbie wrong?
please?
Is Robbie wrong?
Because,
facts.
well, if
Robbie
you want to
wrong?
talk about things that happen,
Is Robbie wrong?
I'll
was a
tell you
low
what. Do you know
blow,
what?
that
Actually,
was- that
well.
was-
Actually, no.
that's facts.
Actually,
No, no,
actually,
facts.
I know you're gonna say it as well.
do you know what?
Don't go
I'm
there.
not- Flex, you're a
Before
better
you get
man.
sued, yeah?
Yeah.
No, before you get
Like,
sued.
you know
say
that,
as
yeah.
well.
Because I'll give
Arsenal
you facts.
fans, where am I?
I'll give
Arsenal
you-
fans, let's not.
No, I'll give you
Let's
facts.
not.
I'm giving you
Do you
facts.
know-
I know what you're going to say.
Let's
No.
not.
That is below the belt.
This could get messy
We're
very
talking
quickly.
about
That was the bar.
quality. Yeah.
It was below the belt.
But to me, Onana looks like obviously a good goalkeeper. I remember he was linked with Arsenal at one time.
He was.
He's a good goalkeeper. But at this moment in time, Ramsdale.
I think the thing about Onana is, I think, all jokes aside, I think he's a very good goalkeeper. I like him. I wouldn't mind him in my team. I think he's a good goalkeeper. But people talk about him having character, and that's kind of part of why he's been brought in to United. I see a guy that more wants to be a character.
That's exactly Aaron Ramsdale.
I see someone that is trying to be seen. And
That's
for
the
me,
same as
That's the
Ramsdale.
quality, possibly. But I think in a goalkeeper, that is the worst quality you can have. Someone that wants to be seen.
Not Peter
And
Schmeichel.
in Onana, I see someone that is doing things to be noticed. And
He's
that for
already
me is
there.
dangerous.
He's already
Doing
Can I ask
the
a
most.
question? What experience, Champions League experience, does your goalkeepers have?
They don't have any. They don't have any. But if we're talking about what
But
we've
would
seen,
you not say that's
as the-
important?
not really.
well,
Was it
they'll
important
get
last year when
experiences, yeah.
Ramsdale came second in the league and got Player of the Year?
I would
Was in
love
the
to
first
see
team?
how
David
he's
Gea
gonna
got Golden
perform
Glove,
this
and he ain't in this conversation. So let's not. That doesn't. He was in the PFA Team of the Year, fine. He didn't win anything, but David Gea got Golden Glove. So by that metric, then
No,
David
but-
Gea's better than all of them.
So you
But
put-
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
but
It doesn't
Are you
matter.
saying Onana?
The reason why I
David
think
Gea
that
won,
Onana
didn't
has
he?
more shout than you're saying, and I would go over Onana, is that I'd push back on that what you just said there about wanting to be the guy. I think actually for Ramsdale, he's good at a lot of stuff, but I think actually that is one of his flaws. I think sometimes he's overexcited and does want to do too much. And I think
I think
actually
in year one that'll be a fair.
I just think it's his
don't
character.
last year-
I don't actually necessarily dislike him for it, because I think as a keeper, I think you have to have a bit. Look at Ederson, character. Alisson acts a bit more calm, but still does crazy stuff. He's a character. I think this new age type of goalkeeper that is on the forefront and the periphery of emotional charge through games, their characters, their willingness to play out from the back. Robbie, I was there at the DR Sports watch along, and the one thing we were all talking about, because we all wanted City to lose, but Onana, man, raw. Bro, the man was,
he's a
Jesus,
regular
he was,
keeper.
how he was just playing
remember
cool.
saying that.
Yeah, I bet you don't remember saying that. I remember. That's what I'm saying. Go back to DR Sports here. Don't let him fool you, because
No,
before
he
he come
did,
to
he
Man
did,
United, you were
he
saying,
did,
right,
played
that
it.
keeper's wicked. And
Hold on, slow
you
down.
was saying that.
I didn't say wicked.
You
I
was
said-
saying that.
I
Or you
said
said
he
he's
plays
very
out-
good.
I said he's better player at the back than De Gea.
That
I
wasn't
said.
what you said.
That is what I said. He did play well, and he does play out better from the back than De Gea. Not sure if he's a better shot stopper.
Do you know what?
Than De Gea,
I think if we look at the two keepers, here's my analysis, and then you guys carry on. The reason why I'd go with Onana just, I think actually, if you're looking at question marks for both, you'd say the shot stopping probably sometimes. Onana has a bit of a reputation for it, which I don't. I'll look with my own eyes and find out if that's just or not. That sometimes he makes mistakes, should really save shots. Ramsdale, there's been quite a few where I look at that, I'm going, that's you should be saving that.
He's
There have been a
made
few
some-
Ramsdale
I think
errors.
Ramsdale
a
makes
few
some
errors,
amazing saves
and
as well.
also I know that we can look at Arteta's plan for competition and stuff like that. If I'm honest, if I'm looking at that, I'm saying Arteta's saying,
No,
I don't agree.
But what
So
about-
that's what I think.
Hold on.
That's
What about,
what I think.
What about when then you had De Gea and you had Romero?
yeah,
remember?
Romero was always second choice
But
the whole
Romero
time.
was a
He was-
top
he was a
player.
number one for
Yeah,
his
but he was
country.
never number one.
He was Argentina's goalkeeper.
Absolutely. But
So,
within
I mean-
the context of the Premier League, doing what David Raya's done and coming in, he's coming there to be number one.
So let's try and get to some sort of conclusion on the goalkeepers.
Oh yeah, we're still only on keeper here.
Only 10 more positions to go and maybe a manager. So 2 votes for Onana, is it here?
100%.
Okay. I know it's a vote for you, but you work for Ramsdale, but you were giving praise to Onana. So
But I
what's your
think
vote?
Ramsdale, because I like to know what I'm getting from my goalkeeper.
Okay.
And ultimately, I think with Onana, there's too many. He'll give you a 9 out of 10 one game. He may give you a 4 out of 10 another game. And that kind of level of inconsistency, I don't want from my goalkeeper.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's 2-2 then, so we're going to put it to you lot. We'll run a poll.
Wonder which
somewhere
way
as
that
well,
way will
and,
go. Oh yeah, what way that poll
Get
gonna
to
go?
work, guys. Get
on
to work. I
AFTV.
know what
What
to
way
do.
is that
I
poll
think
gonna go?
we could find a fair way. We could do like a poll on AFTV and a poll on United View and see how the votes tally up or something.
100% United view. 100%.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into the back four then. Right back. Who are we putting forward firstly? Because White's
Ben
been
White.
playing centre
Thomas
back.
Partey.
Ben White.
Well, that's the
Thomas
thing.
Partey.
No, I don't like that formation. Ben White.
All right.
Ben White over Aaron Bissaka?
Yeah.
No way.
Aaron Bissaka, man, he's one-on-one tackling players and that, brilliant. That's all he's got.
Yeah, but
That's
then
the only
as a
thing
defender, shouldn't
that-
first and foremost you should be able to defend?
No, but Ben White can defend as well, but he's got more to his game.
That's
He
the
can-
difference. I think
he can
defensively-
defend, he can get forward, he can put great crosses in. His combination with Saka has been sensational last year. That is why a lot of Arsenal fans have been moaning about this sort of change in formation in the last couple of games, because we're like, that era in particular, we're strong. So for me, Ben White,
Yeah.
100%.
Anything to add to that, Jordan?
Not really. I think the difference is the difference in defensive abilities. I think is I'd give it towards Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I think he's so poor going forward. I think Ben White has a better balance of both. than Wan-Bissaka. So
I do.
overall,
I do see what you're saying. We're in a weird position at Man United where technically I think that it should be Dalot with how comfortable he is on the ball and an all-round footballer. You're looking at the manager who probably wants it to be Dalot as a right back, but Wan-Bissaka's just unbelievable in terms of how much he's improved, and you can't really get past him. Ben White is probably a better all-round player than Wan-Bissaka, but defensive. But then it's horses for courses, because if there was a cup final tomorrow and you're going to play against Vinicius Junior, who would you feel more comfortable being there? Would you feel more comfortable with Ben White, or would you feel more comfortable with Wan-Bissaka? Because I know who I put my money on to have a good job.
Who do you feel more comfortable for a 38
game season? I'd say Ben White. I would. I love Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but
I'm still got to stick with my boy.
Three,
You don't have
3-1.
it, but I'm sticking with my boy.
3-1 Ben White. Okay, the centre backs get interesting. We can put a pairing forward. So Hayley, I'll let you kick things off.
Martinez, Varane versus Saliba, Gabriel. Now you look got
it's
a
not
bit of
Gabriel
a,
anymore.
Yeah, there's a bit of a wally there. That's why he's gone to the bench. No, he is. He's a bit scary in defence. So if Varane can stay fit, I think that partnership is better. If he can stay fit,
Saliba.
but
You don't want to mix them up.
You said
availability is
if
the
twice
best.
there. So, and if he's not available,
It's true.
it's
I've
redundant.
got to agree. It's true.
You can't play it, and it doesn't matter how good you are, you're out.
He's got real injury problems.
This one
hasn't he?
annoys me, because really, if we're just
Even
looking
if
player
Varane-
for player, the best mix of the teams we can have to make the best 11, in my opinion, is Varane and Saliba. I think.
Even if Saliba, even if Varane's fit right now, I
think it's
he's
close.
still Saliba. For me, right? Varane, don't get me wrong, he's been a great, you know, he's one of the greats of the game. He's getting a bit older now. That's why I look on it and I say Saliba. Saliba's almost like the changing of the guard as regarding France. Like, he's the guy coming up now to
Varane's
be the-
literally just stepped down.
Varane used to be
Yeah.
that guy. Varane was
transition.
amazing. But right now, I'd say Saliba. I'd go Saliba and Gabriel.
I know you
right?
would.
Gabriel.
Even though Gabriel's at the moment has been, again, we're a bit mystified as Arsenal fans because he doesn't. He can have a mistake in him, but he doesn't let us down. I love that partnership. Lisandro Martinez, who I would also consider putting in there, but he's also got a mistake in him as well.
He does.
He can be very rash, is what I.
That's exactly like Gabriel.
I see. Yeah, Gabriel, but I think Lisandro's a bit more rash.
But he's better. But what he has,
he does some madness.
He does.
sometimes,
Listen,
right?
he's the butcher, yeah? But he's the butcher. And I'm a bit annoyed with him recently because I think he's actually buying into the narrative
he's been
himself.
he's been
like
too
he's trying.
rash.
You talk about trying to show. He's like, I have
the
to show
most.
I'm hard. And I'm like, you're a very good player. Jamie Carragher already said sorry to you, big man.
Yeah,
So you've got nothing to prove.
Yeah.
But actually, I'd have Martinez over Gabriel for the sheer fact of how good he is on the ball.
I would too.
He's unbelievable
Good passer,
on the
yeah,
ball.
great.
The way he can progress the ball from the back, the way he can pass between the lines, the way he can step into midfield when he needs to. Gabriel can't do that for me. He's a bit of a liability.
I think
on
when
the
we
ball.
were looking to buy Lisandro Martinez,
Yeah, you wanted him. Yeah,
he used to play on the left. I don't think he would have played as a centre back. I think he would have played. I think it's obvious now that he would have played as a left back for Arsenal. You know, what I mean?
Ten Hag had him as a centre back mainly the whole time.
He is really, really good
With
on
next
the
to
ball.
Timber.
but, yeah.
I'd say.
So we all go.
Do you know what? Actually, out of what's available,
Saliba,
I'm
Martinez.
saying Leacher and Saliba.
Okay, Martinez, Saliba. We
Yeah.
all happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's the part.
Right.
Okay, wow, we're flying through these just about. The goalkeeper conversation took a while. Let's go to left back. Luke Shaw injured, but we're going to consider him available because he has been available. He has been your starting left back. Arsenal have had all sorts of issues there where Timber, Tomiyasu, Kivio have all started left back. But we
17
know,
backs.
but we know that the guy is
Zinchenko's the guy.
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko's
So
the guy, mate.
Is he fit yet? Why is he not playing?
He's back to fitness now.
he's had
yeah.
injury
he's been
problems, and
coming back
Arteta.
up.
When Arsenal have players that have recurring injuries, they just really take their time
Yeah.
bringing them back.
And he's had no pre-season, but you know he started coming on in the last couple of games, and I think it's a hard one. This one as well.
It is hard.
It is hard between him and Shaw. it's
I'll
hard.
They're
admit,
very
right,
different
Luke
left
Shaw
backs.
for
Very
me, I never used to rate Luke Shaw, but over the past few seasons, he's impressed me.
Solid.
Right,
Solid
he's a
left
very good defender. But I think Zinchenko's got more abilities coming forward. But I think defensively, Luke Shaw's better. Is why I'm being real with it.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm gonna go Luke Shaw because of the like what you said about the all round. What player was we talking about? With Ben White and for the opposite reasons. Now
Yeah.
I buckled on that one because I think Ben White's a better complete player. I think Zinchenko literally, coming out of the school of Pep, can play central midfield for Ukraine. Fantastic technically, but as an overall left back to be attacked by a winger, to be run at. I'm trusting Luke Shaw over him. For the more intricacies of the game, I get it. Inverting fullback, coming into midfield, he's fantastic. But I'm gonna stay with Luke Shaw. What are you saying?
I mean, it's interesting because if you lot was gonna win one over me, it might have been.
Is that the one you
it
don't
might have.
Yeah.
Only thing because Luke Shaw, if you just run at him, he's gonna back up. Now I'm not pleased, but we're fortunate in a way that he's injured for this game against Saka because Saka always cooks him.
Yeah, but Dallas not going to do much better.
Yeah, I know.
It's big.
But
Kukurea will sort him out. We're getting him.
That's God.
Pull his ear.
Please, let's save that. That's Shaw's weakness. If you attack Luke Shaw, he struggles. He will back up and he will let you cross it in and have a shot off.
Do you know what? I'm going to defend Luke Shaw a bit. I think a lot of players, bar Saka actually, to be fair, because he just...
He cooks everyone.
Cooks everyone. I've seen him have strong games against the likes of Hazard before, the likes of Mo Salah. I've seen him lock people up before. I've seen him do it, like, solid. So I think actually that's the strength of his game. And he can play left centre-back as well, no problem. So
let's come to a consensus. Okay, we've got a Luke Shaw. Just you two before, because I know you were on that.
It's not even going Luke Shaw.
Because I'm not a massive fan of Zinchenko defensively.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think even Zinchenko's admitted that. Okay, well, you lean towards Shaw.
I think it's just Shaw.
Yeah, Robbie.
Yeah.
Too Shaw.
Yeah, mate, you're not going to give us much more, are you? As of higher up we get the pitch.
Are you sure it's Shaw? Did you like that?
Don't worry about what they're going to say.
I'll give him Shaw. He's close, but I'll give him Shaw.
Yeah.
And Shaw.
Shaw tips it just.
For what's worth, I'd have thought 2-0 for Zinchenko. But anyway.
That's because you love him.
All right. I love Zinchenko.
I love Zinchenko as well, but it is
I think he's slightly underrated defensively. I think people are going too far the other way now.
I think it's
rubbish
he's not good
defensively.
as well.
No, defence is not rubbish defensively, but he's not. I don't know. It's close, that one. It's really close. We'll give him that.
Into midfield now. We've got a few for this number 6 defensive midfield position. Do you two want to argue over who you're going to put forward first?
Funny thing is, right, here, right, I would possibly, if we're going for a pure defensive midfielder, because I'm not going to put Declan Rice there, right, I may give them a Casemiro, right, and say it's slightly over Partey, because they're different kind of defensive midfielders in my book,
take
right?
it.
Wow. But I might slightly give them Casemiro
James is so...
over Partey. Am I wrong? I don't know.
I actually would have, and it's an Arsenal thing, I would have actually put Declan Rice at the base.
Well, if we put in...
I think his best position is there. I know people talk about him being the Xhaka replacement.
He can play both of those roles.
I don't think he can. I think
can.
his capabilities on the ball are overrated, personally.
No.
I think if he
can play both those roles.
I think he's better in 6, personally. I would put him there personally. So if you're putting Casemiro in the 6, because you think of the options, he's the best 6 option.
Slightly better. I'll tell you now.
Loving this.
I'll tell you now. I'll have Declan Rice. I'm going to have Declan Rice and Odegaard in front of him, so Casemiro will just be holding.
Oh, see, I would have put Partey and Odegaard in front.
All right, let's flip it. And they're basically talking about the whole midfield. So let's just talk about those 2 deeper positions, because we know it's going to be a shootout between
Rice is in
Odegaard
there.
and
Declan Rice is
Bruno.
definitely in there. And
Do you agree?
Do we agree on Rice first?
Where are you
3?
putting Rice?
At their best,
I'd put Rice in.
I'm having Partey over Rice, me.
In the 6?
Yeah. Just in
then there's no room for Casemiro then.
I'm having Casemiro.
There's no room for Casemiro.
You don't want to hear what I'm having.
His face switched.
You don't want. We haven't got further up the picture. You don't want to hear what I'm having because you're not going to like it.
I think
Tell us.
I'm having Casemiro, Partey, Bruno.
Hayley.
Casemiro.
We'll get there.
I think it's an Arsenal.
Hayley, go on.
So you're having 2 6s.
Solid.
Interesting.
Solid team.
It's
Casemiro,
solid.
Bruno.
And Partey.
Bruno the 10, Casemiro and Partey for me.
Instead of Odegaard. No, you're mad.
Madman.
No,
Absolutely
I know
mad,
you're not
man.
going to like it, but we'll get to that.
You're
Odegaard,
damn
Bruno
right we
bit.
don't like it.
We'll
You know
get
what
to
I mean?
I'm definitely having Casemiro as the 6.
Right.
100%. I'm definitely having Bruno
In front of Odegaard.
in front of Odegaard. If I don't do...
Based on what?
Based on what?
Because Bruno... Yes, Odegaard creates, but Bruno creates more than
No,
Odegaard.
Hold on. Let me just say something, right? Not only does Odegaard create, last season he was the top goal
15
scoring
goals.
midfielder.
Yeah. That's
So that's not accurate what you're saying. There, because
No.
He scored way more goals
He scored more last season in the league, but he didn't create more. in terms of creating chances,
but he creates-
Bruno's assist would have been higher if we could finish our dinner.
If he couldn't-
but
we're
we
talking
can't finish our dinner.
We're talking about
But I'm
building the
talking
best
about
team.
creating.
He creates
If
more.
I've got a Rashford there, I've got a Saka there, I've got a Jesus up front or whoever it's going to be, and I've got Bruno just behind that, and then just behind Bruno, who's chief creator, that's his best attribute. Forget ball retention, all that, and then I'm telling you, I've got Casemiro and Partey just behind that, and I'm going to leave Bruno to create. For me, that's more effective than having Odegaard in there.
But Odegaard creates more than Bruno.
He doesn't create more than him.
Last season,
No, Bruno's created the most since he's come to the league.
he had more assists than Bruno last year, and he scored more goals.
He hasn't created more than Bruno. Bruno's created the most.
He scored more goals.
Since his
He
debut.
scored big goals. I remember at White Hart Lane.
Hey, Kevin De
at
Bruyne
Tottenham,
said it. I didn't say it.
Oh, Kev said it. Kev said it.
And he's the
Who
best,
are
did
we
he?
to argue
He's the
with
best,
Kev?
did he? I'm just saying, Bruno, listen, because Bruno's the most
Odegaard.
overhated player, no one likes him because he whinges and whines. People act like this guy isn't an elite creator.
I didn't say he's a top player, but he's not better than Martin Odegaard last season.
At a straight up number 10 in terms of providing chances,
Absolutely
goals and assists,
no
and
way.
creating for the rest.
How
If
can
we're
you-
building a team, I'm having that security of Casemiro and Partey. And then I'm saying, Bruno, you go and do you.
How can you
You've got
not
Saka,
have-
You've got Rashford, you've got Jesus,
So
and that team's going to be a better
no
team.
Declan Rice in your team. Are you mad?
I'm
No
not mad.
Declan Rice.
Partey's better than Declan Rice.
Right. No Declan Rice.
Do you all agree on Partey?
I was just trying to be honest. I was
You're
just
being
trying,
nice.
I was trying to be nice by putting
I know you
Casemiro
are.
in there.
I know you are.
Because really and truly,
He's not in my three.
really and truly,
It's an
just
Arsenal
take it
free.
aside. It's an Arsenal free.
It's an Arsenal free.
No.
Why is
way.
it? Because
Yeah.
Declan Rice ain't even played at this level yet. We don't even know.
Midfield
You're
is
saying
not.
your midfield's not even in.
Declan Rice
Midfield's
is the
not
only
even
one that I
Havertz's
was thinking
fault.
about taking out.
Midfield's not even been a strength of your
Partey's
team.
not even playing in midfield right now. He's right back.
Yeah, but you're talking about the last couple
I'm
of games.
talking about this season.
Right? But I'm saying to you, right, midfield's not even in the strength of your team. The ball hardly in midfield in your team.
True.
Yeah, but we're
Listen,
talking
because
about
we don't have the balance.
but we're talking
We
about
don't
the
have the
individuals to
balance.
make a team. Exactly.
The ball's hardly
and I've just
ever in
told
midfield.
you-
Balance.
I've just told you how I think we'll get a better
Do you know, I'm
balance.
not
out
even
of
being.
both
As
sides.
a matter of fact, I'm not
work out-
being nice no
So
more.
let's work out.
This is it, right?
So let's work out.
Partey, Rice,
We got him.
Odegaard.
Let's work out who we do agree on then. Do we all agree on Partey?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Partey.
Yeah, Rice has to be.
You came with Casemiro.
Has to be. I was trying to be nice to you, man. You guessed.
We don't need you to be nice. We need you to be honest. We don't want your sympathy. We'll tell you what we think.
All right,
You know what I
cool.
mean,
We're
Hayley?
big
All
Man
right,
we don't need
United.
nothing
No
from them,
sympathy.
yeah.
All right, cool. No,
no
you were
charity.
big Man United.
so
You
you-
were.
No, we are.
You were.
We are.
You were.
Don't get
Right?
it twisted. We are.
No, you were big Man United.
Go around the world, which you do. I know you see the Man
couple of
United
slappings
shirt.
last year
You
say
were.
that you're not big anymore.
Who said that?
A couple of slappings last year say that you're
No,
not
listen,
big
you
listen,
were.
big
listen,
anymore.
listen.
Were.
Oh,
A
Man
couple of
United.
That's a
sevens and
mishap.
sixes and
So Arsenal
fives.
small
and-
So the
Clubs ain't one of the leagues we've
midfield,
got
right?
saying you're a small
Midfield,
club.
right?
I'm just saying,
I was trying to help out the guests. I mean, in my pass through about this, right? Rice, Partey, Odegaard. It'd be scandalous to leave out Odegaard.
cool.
The one that I'm
And again, when I go, sorry to
Go on,
cut
go
you,
on,
right?
go
When
on.
again I go to it, PFA player on Team of the Year, who's in there? Odegaard.
The one that I'm prepared to
Come on,
compromise
man.
on is Rice. I'm prepared to compromise
not.
on Rice.
I'm not.
But Partey and Odegaard,
Yeah.
they're in.
Fair
So
play.
we've got
They're
your
in.
midfields, you two.
Yeah.
Your final midfields is
If I'm going offensive,
yeah.
Odegaard could slip in with
Slip in.
Yeah, he could slip in with Bruno
Slip in.
and Casemiro holding.
Like
it's on
But
any man.
if I'm going for a strong midfield,
Who's your three?
Sorry, Odegaard, you know, make it.
So Casemiro,
Casemiro.
Fernandes,
Yep.
and Partey.
Yep.
So
Should have probably put Fred in it.
So
if he had
Partey-
the-
No, not Fred.
what I mean?
Fred no make
So I
it.
think the
McTominay and
general. I think if we're
Mendes.
trying to come to a consensus, Partey's in there. Casemiro was when you were being nice and you're happy to concede Rice-ish, just.
Yeah, of
So
the three.
Rice got to be
Partey, Casemiro make it. Rice somehow doesn't, and then
Rice has to be in there.
2 for Odegaard, or
Oh no, Odegaard definitely.
and
yeah.
then 2 for Bruno.
Odegaard's
Well,
definitely.
that goes to another poll.
We have to come in back.
Listen, the creator, we got to back the creator, and he creates.
I know you're feeling hurt that he's hot. You know, you're looking at it and saying, "Boy, really and truly, hardly."
No, I look at it saying really true.
Not
Off
me.
camera, they'll be saying,
No,
you know
I'll
what?
tell you what I really think.
When
I'll
it's
tell you
done,
what I
Oh
really
no,
think.
no,
you know what,
camera.
you-
We're gonna
you
say the
guys,
same thing.
Let's have a secret camera going off.
BTS.
You know what's crazy? No one here fought for Havertz or Mount.
Absolutely.
That is for another video. Look out for that in a little bit. Let's talk about our front three then. And I think we're just going to say the front three as it is. So go on, I'll let the hosts take it away.
On the right is Saka. That's.
And Anthony hasn't impressed you.
I think I texted you on his debut. I think at the game against us after an hour. I said this guy's gonna flop, and he was doing all this pigeon thing with his foot. Yeah, it's not spin. And you lot got gas. Oh, he's great. He's rubbish. He's actually rubbish in my opinion, Flex.
Okay,
he's rubbish. No, he's rubbish. He's rubbish.
He scored against us last year.
He's
he'll do it again.
But I saw enough in that game to know this guy ain't gonna make it. Just like Depay, I saw early. These step overs don't impress me, you know.
Like Pepe.
They don't impress me.
No, Pepe's more effective than Anthony.
No, but I'm saying you see
Way
it's
more.
not going to work.
Way more.
It's not going to work.
Maybe
No,
the
it's just
Pepe
a way-
Anthony should debate. Should
Pepe.
be.
I'm
Nah,
not a massive Pepe fan. But his
Let's
stats are
stay on
better
track
than.
because we
yeah.
might lose that debate. Let's stay on
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, don't go there. Don't go there.
You don't see my thoughts on Anthony on the internet, so.
All right, so Saka's in. We'll
Saka's
let you
in,
two
right?
build the rest of the three. What are you going with?
I will let Jesus and Rashi. I agree with Saka.
Okay. Saka, Jesus, Rashford on the left.
They're going to do this now. Here's what,
yeah.
let me
So-
tell you what's about to happen now, Haley, right? What they're going to start doing is, Martinelli, I tell you
Martinelli's
what,
gotta be
Martinelli
in.
over...
No,
gotta be
over
in there.
Rashi.
Martinelli has
You
to
know
be
what,
over
you-
Rashford.
you know what,
Stop being-
possibly-
Look at Jordan laughing at you inside his head. You should have seen Jordan's face when you said that.
No, I'm
He
not
does,
you,
he
bro.
does do a good impression, doesn't he? He just knows how. Yeah, he's been on the show before.
Rashford was good for you guys last season, but so was Martinelli. He was amazing. He was amazing, man. He's brilliant.
He is brilliant. I like him. Just not better than Rashford.
And I think he's better than Rashford.
No, you don't
better than
believe
Rashford.
that, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking at first. So I put Rashford in the middle,
No, don't do that.
Martinelli, and Saka, and have possibly Rashford in the middle.
What,
Together.
Can I flip
Jesus
the
out?
question?
And then
As-
that's exactly it.
Rashford can't play up front as
Jesus
well.
family.
I think Rashford, when at his best, is phenomenal. One of the best players in the league. But
he doesn't do it every week,
how
does he?
often is he at his best? Because everyone talks about what a great season he had last year. And being as unbiased as possible, I think he had a great 3 months. I don't think he had a great season.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think post World Cup, and then he fell off around mid-April.
Agree.
Kind of,
Yeah,
like,
he
and
scored-
he
he
does
got-
have
he
that
was
in his
suffering
career.
from
But
an injury.
But he's still got 30 goals to his name in all competitions. He didn't have
That
the
is a- yeah,
he didn't have a
that's
privilege of Carabao Cup. Don't worry about it, mate. You ain't playing. He didn't have the privilege of FA Cup. And you could say that's your manager's fault for playing him, but he played him in all them games, and he got 30 goals. He was up there last year.
So he's
Put some
saying
respect on his name.
30's a lot.
Stat pack.
He was up. It's just the truth. He was up there with some of the elite scorers in Europe. He scored 30 goals.
You happy to
No, hold
concede?
on.
You can't ignore that.
In the Premier League, he scored those 30 goals.
No,
so
I'm saying in all
comps.
competitions.
relax upon that thing there.
Well, it's not that's what I'm saying. It's not my fault. Your guy got the night off.
Right.
No, that's up to your manager.
Right.
But even at their best,
You're lucky you got the night off.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Even
Right.
at their best, you saw what Rashford done.
Martinelli. Look, just going back to James's point. Martinelli last season consistently good. Literally every
Is he a
game.
better player than Marcus Rashford?
Right, I think he's just as good as Marcus
Is he a
Rashford.
better player than him?
I think he's just as good. I
Okay.
don't think there's
Do you
nothing.
think he's just as good as him?
There's nothing really in it.
I think he's just as good. The question is who we're putting in. I think they're on par. I think I like Rashford a lot.
I like
But
Rashford.
I think the issue of
I like
inconsistency
Rashford.
Not on par.
And I don't
is a
hate
problem.
Martinelli. I
That's
think he's good.
disrespectful to Rashford. They're not on par. That's disrespectful to
I think
Rashford.
you're
Robbie, look at
underestimating-
yourself in the mirror and tell you and say that. You can't do that.
I mean, I can't do that. I am. Look at
they
You've only
not
got
on-
to just look at. Don't look at me in the mirror. And don't look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the players on the pitch and give the eye test. When you look at the two players, not a lot in it.
No.
They're
No.
both
I
top
think they're on
quality
par.
They
players.
have got
Rashi.
some similar traits in terms
They're
of
both
like
explosive.
yeah, and they both do this thing where like the end product sometimes you're like
questionable.
slow down a little bit, like maybe don't make that decision because they've got the raw speed, they've got to be direct. When Rashford, you're asking him to do the finer things in the game. He's not so much. But for me, I'm every day of the week and twice on Sunday, I'm having Rashford over Martin.
I mean, he's your best player, so I understand why you're going to say
Jordan, I
that.
feel like
I'm
you
only-
are
I'm-
creeping towards.
I'm only leaning toward I'm going to give it to Martinelli only because I think his ceiling for what he may still become is higher. If today, I think they're on par.
point,
So I
good
can't
point.
pick today because I think they're on par. But I'll lean towards Martinelli because I think
actually-
he's
it's
got a
actually a good
higher
point.
ceiling. I think Rashford, this is as good as
Who
he gets for him.
today?
Which is a high
When-
level. That's a
Disagree.
high level.
Who
You think there's
today,
more to come
when
from
at
Rashford?
their
Yeah.
very best, is the better player? Who today?
On their day.
Rashford is
Very-
more unplayable
Rashford.
when they're in their peak of their powers. Rashford's more. Who would defenders fear more?
Rashford's unplayable.
Martinelli.
You said
Yeah.
it. You said it. Rashford's unplayable.
This is how they're going to say that.
But again, I think on their day when they're at their best, they're both unplayable.
Yeah.
So again, I think there is a tie.
You know, they're very similar, apart from obviously Rashford's a kind of a bigger.
And he's just
stronger,
older, so
right?
there's more
But
sample size.
They're very similar in the way the explosiveness of both of them.
Totally.
Where they can just from a start stop.
past
They're
a man
gone.
just like-
Yeah.
They're quite rare wingers, to be fair. You
They
don't
are.
get
And
many of them
Rashford's got more in his armour though.
And they're both
he can
exciting
head at the
players.
ball.
But you think that
whip a
Rashford
free
is more to
kick.
come from him?
I do.
Really?
I do, especially with Ten Hag and with how I think this team can go if we make the right decisions with it versus where he is now. I think last year showed us that if you can get an arm around him, get him direct and get him playing, that's it there. He showed.
How old is he now?
About 25 now, I think. Just about
Oh,
getting
wow,
his
okay.
crown.
Yeah.
He's been around since he was
Younger
so
than I
young,
thought,
so he
yeah.
gets
Yeah.
the scrutiny of
I
that.
remember he
so.
burst onto the scene
Against
us.
you.
Yeah.
I'm going Martinelli.
A few Man
just.
United players like to have their bursts onto the scene against Arsenal. So
Long may it
that doesn't-
continue. Hoyland.
I was going to say the opposite. Oh, I forgot he's back. When's the next match at Old Trafford? That's end of the
End of the
penultimate
season,
game.
mate.
Top
Top four could depend on it by then, mate.
All right, let's see.
With his 2
He'll be in
goals.
the team on Sunday, though.
I'm not going to ask for a big debate, but just one word: Arteta or Ten Hag?
Arteta.
Ten Hag.
Shock. All right. There we go. All right, everyone, get in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts. We couldn't split Rashford, Martinelli, Odegaard and Bruno, and Onana and Ramsdale. And some, anyway. Yeah, you've had your debate. Let us know in the comment section what you all think. There is going to be another super fan debate coming very soon. I'm going to announce the title now. Mount Havertz, who will prove the better signing from Chelsea? Same fees, same club, a lot of scrutiny on both, and you can see them all getting ready to have it out. So look out for that. That is the next. They're all laughing, which might not be a good sign. Have a look at the next super fan debate when that comes out very soon. Of course, here on AFTV and on the United View. Both channels will be keeping you covered from the Arsenal angle and the Man United angle, so don't go anywhere but these 2 channels for full coverage outside the Emirates and in the studios for the game on Sunday. A big round of applause for everyone, and well done to the Arsenal
stuff, guys.
side.
Well
And
done,
well
guys.
done.
Good spirit,
to
good spirit.
United View, very good. Catch you. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
We're here.
Raw. In our house. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.